My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Terry Rozier, Terry Rozier, Terry Rozier. I'm about to play this video, and Terry Rozier is going to make himself look like a fool because he decided to go on a network called the ESPN and display his frustrations on why he should be out of this team and play and believes that he's a top 10 point guard in the NBA being on another team. So they're going to talk about it. And I know Max and Stephen, they are loving this. And I'm just going to give my thoughts on it. So once again, enjoy.
You had to say to Yahoo Sports after getting eliminated in the conference semifinals by the Bucks, saying this. We'll pull up that full screen here, and I will read to you. Coach Brad Stevens was in a tough position, one of the toughest positions, dealing with all these guys with attitudes, all that bleep, all the things weren't fair to me, but it's.
Weren't you one of those people that were giving Brad Stevens a hard time with his attitude? Yo, that's like saying, look, man, that's pretty much saying like, I'm not saying that I'm the anonymous source, but I'm the anonymous source.
Not about me. That's why I don't expletive and complain. I don't give an expletive what nobody say. I sacrifice the most out of anybody. I'm a top point guard in this league. I feel like it's a fresh start, whether I'm here or whether I'm gone. That's all.
Terry Rozier, I got some expectations for you. I know you don't get a pass from me. You better average 18 points and 10 assists next year. Because according to your 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, you're a walking triple single, my friend.
A lot of you said just that. Yeah, I said what I said.
Let me ask you this, Terry. What went wrong with the Celtics this year?
I feel like, from the beginning, obviously we had big goals. And, a lot of people had big goals for us. And, the first 5 games of the season, you just seen things go downhill from the beginning. I feel like we wasn't playing like how we wanted to. The game plan wasn't. We didn't go out there and execute the game plan how we wanted to. So I feel like we had to make adjustments. We had to change it.
No, problem was you guys didn't want to get in line after you guys were thinking that you went on this huge ego trip. You, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown after that Eastern Conference final success and your playoff run without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. So once those guys came back, you guys literally thought that you're just as good, if not better than those two guys, even though that they had to adjust themselves coming back from injury. And it was going to take a while because they needed to get their legs under them. And I said it was going to take about 50 to 60 games for both guys to really get their legs under them. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm on record as saying this, Gordon Hayward should have came off the bench to work his way back into the lineup because I could tell that when he was playing, he was really passive and he looked kind of really timid to be able to trust his ankle to be able to play. And he was way off. But, they didn't want to do that. So in one part, Brad Stevens, yeah, he was dealing with things, but that was one coaching adjustment that he failed to make. One of many.
Just couldn't get things right ever since then.
Let's go back to the quote. What exactly is it that you did sacrifice, in your words?
Look at this mofo, Stephen A. Smith. See? This is what I'm talking about. He's loving this because now it's like, now that he thinks that and he's going to want to buddy up to Terry Rozier because, he's the guy that he's going to be like, oh, I could look at this guy and get credible sources. Because, me and Terry Rozier, we buddy like that. When it came to LeBron James, he said fake news, and then he went all over this rant. But then Stephen A. flip-flops and then talks about, that's why I don't take him credible, and I don't even take Max Kellerman either. See, this is why. They're loving this right now. They love the fact that they could get a credible source on TV to talk about what happened. And it's like I said before, I'm not saying that I'm the anonymous source, but I'm the anonymous source, the anonymous Celtic in Terry Rozier. So he revealed himself by revealing himself.
I sacrificed, obviously my talent, I think the most. Me being out there and
Talent as in the bricks you were throwing up in those Eastern Conference finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, bro. Not saying that you're a talented player, but you taking it way too far. You acting like if you're some top 10 point guard or some top 15 NBA player. Like, bro, you need to stay in your lane, bro.
given my full style of play, how I play, how Terry Rozier play, I feel like I couldn't be that person this year.
And why do you feel you couldn't be that person?
Just obviously in the shadow of some guys. I feel like a lot.
No, not even some guys, of one guy, of the point guard that you complained about more than any other player on that team. You know who we're talking about, Terry Rozier. We know who we're talking about.
A lot of the ball was in either
gotta
Kyrie Kyrie or Gordon Hayward's hand most of the time. So
Look at him. He said Gurdon like Gerber. Yo, the disrespect is too real out here.
I feel like, either Terry Rozier is just in the corner or, just on the bench.
Wow, he making it sound like if Kyrie Irving here is playing the Kyrie Irving system like his good pal LeBron.
Going into the season, we saw what happened when those guys weren't there last year, went to the Eastern Conference Finals in a weaker Eastern Conference.
Oh, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's Max. I'm too excited because Kawhi proved my point as he's better than Kobe Bryant Kellerman.
And you were playing more as a team. And going into this season, the question was, how are they going to integrate these two big pieces, Hayward and Kyrie? We've been arguing on this show what went wrong this year. Both contributed. But he has singled out Gordon Hayward as being the guy who the people had hurt feelings. This is like the coach's pet kind of guy. And I've singled out Kyrie Irving, a ball-dominant guy who the team doesn't seem to play for the same way as when he wasn't on the court. So when you say guys, and you mentioned by name Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, but which one of those two are you talking about?
Well, okay. So when my name first get called, I'm out there with Kyrie Irving for a little bit of half of my minutes. So I'm really not being my position. I'm not being Terry Rozier because I have to adjust to how Kyrie plays. And then when Kyrie.
Terry Rozier, you really didn't work on your game like that. So now pretty much you're just now making excuses. I said it before once again, ladies and gentlemen. Kyrie displayed poor leadership. And Kyrie was very selfish. But you're saying all this and you really didn't produce on the basketball court, Terry Rozier? Better keep that same energy next season because you are going to be a walking L for life if you don't produce next year.
It goes out. Gordon Hayward comes in, and I feel like his usage is super high. So a lot of things are getting called for him. A lot of plays get called for him. So that's pretty much.
So it's both of them. Equally, would you say?
This is just this is for me. I'm not saying what goes on for the team why we wasn't successful for the team.
What are you talking about? You just said it right now, bro. What are you talking about? I can't believe you tried to sit there and deny something that you just admitted just to Max Kellerman right now. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that I'm the anonymous Celtic, but I'm the anonymous Celtic. Rozier.
Talking about me, and like I said in my quote, I don't complain. That's not me, but.
Not complain, but you just complained to Bleacher Report. You come on ESPN complaining about that Kyrie was taking your minutes and you were standing in the corner and Gordon Hayward has such a high usage rate, but you're not complaining? All right, sir. Okay.
That's just what it is. It's the truth.
How difficult was it for you to play the way that you play and to lead this team the way that you led them last year in the postseason without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, to then come into this season and not only have to obviously return to a
Stephen A., are you are on the weed? Lead? Bruh.
reserve role, but to basically, as you would say, really sacrifice your game in what amounts to essentially a contract year for you. I'm not talking about now, as you reflect on it. I'm talking about at the beginning of this season, when you realize the magnitude of the sacrifice you were going to have to make. How did you feel? What were the kind of things you said to a Brad Stevens or a Danny Ainge?
Well, I like to add that things was all good before we actually started. I still had the positive mindset that, we was going to make it work. But, ever since that day that Kyrie, announced in front of the fans that if we would like to have him back, he would come back, things I feel like shifted left for me. And I just seen the way people treated me with the attitudes, and I feel like I was just thrown all the way in the back seat. And, I just had to adjust to that. And, I talked to Brad multiple times, I talked to guys multiple times, but I just feel like it was just nothing that nobody.
Whose attitudes, when you say that in the quote and you say it now, like whose attitudes are you speaking about? Your coach or what teammates?
Attitudes like what?
Because you basically said I'm dealing with all these types of attitudes, and you just said it right now.
I feel like every team deal with different type of attitudes. You playing with guys that's getting paid so much money, as in Gordon Hayward. You're dealing
Over
with
30 million.
You're dealing with Kyrie Irving. Who everybody knows about, who's nice. Then you got guys like me, JT, Jaylen Brown. So it's everybody attitude, not just those guys. Myself, and it wasn't easy for coaching because you got guys that want to be the man, guys that.
Wait a minute. You, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown wanted to be the guy. Kyrie Irving wants to be the guy because he was the one that was supposed to be leading this team. Let me make this clear about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving actually led the Celtics to the best record, along with that great team of everybody contributing, led to the best record at one point last year in the 2017-2018 season until he got hurt. This year, you guys all wanted to be the guy. And basically by listening to you talk, Terry Rozier, all you're telling me is it's everybody's fault but my own. I take no accountability for myself, even though you want to mention it, that part right there, but you're going out and complaining on a rant. So basically what you're saying is you're taking no accountability and you're making excuses, because that's what it sounds like to me, Terry Rozier.
That is the man. You got guys that's already paid. You got guys that's want to get paid. So
And he wants money.
It wasn't easy. This was the most talented team I ever played on.
Right, and it didn't work out. No one feels sorry for Brad Stevens not being able to figure it out. You got all that talent. Stephen A. has brought up Gordon.
That was one of the biggest problems I said entering the season. That how was Brad Stevens going to be able to manage those egos and manage those minutes once Kyrie and Gordon Hayward came back? And as you can see, it was a struggle from the start of the season. People thought that it was going to be managed in the playoffs, and I said that they probably had another level to go to. Indiana was kind of like it was kind of a security blanket up until they faced the real thing. They weren't really tested in that series, and it's like they were somewhat tested because Indiana had the lead 3 of the 4 games. It's just they couldn't sustain it because they would struggle to score because they would go on scoring droughts. But the Milwaukee Bucks, different animal, and the Celtics got exposed in that series.
Hayward, as I said, I focused on Kyrie.
More so
It was supposed
Kyrie.
to be his team. He was supposed to be the leader of the team. He's won a championship. He wanted his own team. He got to Boston. You guys are looking.
And I know Max Kellerman is really loving this because of how Kyrie insulted Max's intelligence when he first got traded to Boston. So I know Max is really happy. He's really feeling himself lately, you know, with Kawhi Leonard dissing Kobe and now with Kyrie because Kyrie's not with LeBron and Kyrie insulting him. You know, Kyrie didn't give him the answer he wanted, but is loving the fact that his teammate, who really, in a way, just can't stand him and has a disdain for him because Kyrie's taking apparently his minutes, Gordon Hayward's taking apparently his minutes, and how Kyrie came out and said that he was going to re-sign with Boston. I said it before, ladies and gentlemen, Kyrie literally didn't give a damn about the city unless if those guys won. And because those guys lost and Kyrie quit the way he did with his body language pulling off of LeBron, I told you he never really gave a damn about the city unless there was any indication that it looked like the Celtics were going to contend for a championship. And it didn't happen. Chemistry, egos, poor leadership, and Kyrie quit. And now you got the anonymous Celtic, Terry Anonymous Celtic Rozier, making these excuses.
How much do you think the negative result ultimately, you were a good team but not a great one, how much is a result of...
It's so crazy how people were saying how the Boston Celtics were this great team and they were going to go to the NBA Finals and that they were going to beat the Golden State Warriors to challenge them. Now, look how Max doubles down and said, you guys are a good team, but not a great team. So in other words, the media, you guys really overrated the Boston Celtics and now try to double down on the fact that you guys were wrong again. This is why you guys don't know basketball. You keep brainwashing the casuals thinking that they know basketball, and you know jack shit. Nothing.
Kyrie? How much as a result of the young guys, yourself included, but obviously you mentioned Tatum and you mentioned Jaylen Brown, not adjusting yourselves properly to Kyrie? Or is it a Gordon Hayward issue?
I feel like it's a little bit of both, and I feel like that along with the coaches, you know, them treating Gordon and Kyrie, I wouldn't say different than everybody else, but you know, I feel like they
You mean different.
on that level where
Yeah.
there were no adjustments that could be made because
If they're treating them at a higher level than the rest of the players, isn't that treating them differently, Rozier? Idiot.
they are who they are, and you know, we never figured it out. After that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, man, Terry Rozier just showed you how easily of a puppet he can be and easily manipulated because he could have avoided all this and had went and talked to the Celtics personally. He chose to go public. Big mistake on his part because now everything is going to be all over him. They're going to be on him like a microscope. If he doesn't perform, I'm telling you, He will never hear the end of it from ESPN. And Stephen A. and Max are loving it because now you got a credible source, because we know how Stephen A. was with Kobe Bryant, because Kobe would tell him news, and now he's got with Terry Rozier, a role player who thinks he's some kind of superstar. Like I said, a top 15 player, top 10 point guard, when he's not even nowhere close to that. I told you, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a walking triple single. That's what Terry Rozier is. I'm telling you, when Kyrie plays him, he's going to cook him and he's going to destroy him. And going to be like, remember those comments that you said about me and Gordon Hayward and everybody? Well, about to get you a chance to prove that you're this top point guard. Let's see what happens. But anyway, man, this is your boy. This is upsetting for Boston now, because now with comments like this, Danny Ainge should consider trying to move Terry Rozier, because the last thing you want to cause is some friction in the locker room, and it's not a good idea. I mean, even though Kyrie's going to be gone, but you want a good character environment, and Terry Rozier just proved that dude, his ego, he's in such an ego trip, and he's all about the money. He's not about the team right now, man. He's trying to be the reason why teams are successful, and that he could be the reason to lead a championship. But if you can't really defend and you can't score consistently, then are you really an alpha? So he's got to prove that he's even a starter worthy. Then if he's all-star worthy. And then we got to see if he's even superstar worthy after that. But we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen, right? So anyway, this is your boy Lewis with another one, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of Terry Rozier making a fool out of himself on ESPN. But anyway, bless up. One love. Peace. Thanks for watching.